Overthinking can make even simple things feel heavy. Thoughts repeat, questions grow, and the mind keeps searching for answers that never seem to arrive. It can feel exhausting. The Bible reminds us that peace is not found in controlling every thought, but in trusting God with what we cannot control. Do not worry about anything, but in everything, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God, and the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds. Peace does not come from having every answer. It comes from knowing that God sees the full picture, even when we only see pieces. Overthinking keeps the mind busy. Faith keeps the heart steady. And slowly, the noise inside begins to quiet. Because God is already holding what you are worrying about. Waiting is one of the hardest parts of life. We want answers. We want movement. We want clarity. But sometimes nothing changes. The Bible speaks about waiting not as punishment, but as preparation. Be still before the Lord and wait patiently for Him. Waiting builds strength we cannot see immediately. It teaches trust beyond circumstances. It shapes patience. And it reminds us that God's timing is not random. Even when life feels paused, God is still working. Even when progress feels slow, growth is happening. Waiting is not empty time. It is faith being formed quietly. There are seasons when life feels directionless, when nothing feels certain, when decisions feel heavy, when the path ahead is unclear. Feeling lost is part of being human. The Bible reminds us that even in confusion, God still guides. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your path straight. Guidance does not always arrive instantly. Sometimes it comes step by step, moment by moment, choice by choice. Even when we feel lost, God sees the full path. He knows the direction before we take the first step. And slowly, trust begins to replace uncertainty. Because we are not walking alone. We are being led. Night is often when thoughts become louder. The day slows down, but the mind keeps moving. Worries return. Questions resurface. And silence can feel heavy. This is when prayer becomes most powerful. Not as a routine, but as a moment of release. Cast all your anxiety on Him because He cares for you. Prayer before sleep is not about saying perfect words. It is about letting go. Letting go of what you cannot control. Letting go of what you cannot solve tonight. Letting go of what has been weighing on your heart. God listens in quiet moments. In whispered prayers. In simple words spoken with honesty. You do not need to explain everything. He already understands. Prayer slows the mind. It calms the heart. It shifts focus from fear to trust. And slowly, peace begins to settle in. Because you are no longer carrying everything alone. God holds what you cannot. He guards what you worry about. He stays present through the night, even while you rest, even while you sleep. You are not alone. And you never were. Let this moment be one of peace. Let the night be one of trust. And let your heart rest knowing that God is watching over you. There are moments when life feels unpredictable. Plans change. Situations shift. And the future feels uncertain. We try to hold everything together. We try to control outcomes. We try to prevent mistakes. We try to manage what lies ahead. But some things remain beyond our reach. The Bible reminds us of a truth that brings peace. God is in control. Even when life feels unstable. Even when circumstances change. Even when we cannot see what comes next. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him. This does not mean every moment feels good. It means every moment has purpose. Every delay. Every challenge. Every unexpected turn. Nothing is outside God's awareness. Nothing escapes His plan. Even when we feel uncertain, He remains steady. Even when we feel overwhelmed, He remains present. Trust begins when we release control. When we stop trying to carry everything alone. When we allow God to lead. Peace grows when we accept that we do not need to understand everything. We only need to trust the one who does. God sees the full path. The beginning, the middle, and the end. And He walks with us through every part of it. You are not navigating life alone. You are being guided, protected, held. Even in moments when you cannot feel it, God is in control. And that truth brings rest to the heart.